struggle, bust. Choo-choo, coming in hot. Here we are. It is Saturday. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to upload all of your November content, meal plans, what else? Podcast calendar, all of our 90-day agreement stuff. I'm recommending a new book this week, which is a Brendon Burchard book, The Life's Golden Ticket. So fantastic. Such a great book. So I'm going to share some of those things with you guys here, but I've also been super quiet. I've had a very sick child and a faker, and I just kind of checked out a little bit, like still showing up, doing the bare minimum, but still showing up. So I want to talk about how important it is to continue to show up, even when life is hard, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's a shitstorm out there. But it's your journey, right? So I think there's something happening, because I'm hearing from a lot of you, especially those of you who actually message me back and are in the circle, that there's just a lot of meh. Like October was a heavy month. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of transition. And sometimes we can just kind of be overwhelmed in our journeys. And so if you're feeling that, I want you to know it's okay. You're not alone. It's not forever. It's just a teeny little blip on your calendar. And I think the most important part of all of that is to continue to hold space for yourself, to continue to show up and to do your best, even when you don't feel like it. So I injured my, I don't even know what, hip flexor. The chiropractor says I have a trunk, what do you say? Trunk dysfunction, AKA my abs are dead. But, so I've been working with him now for 2 weeks actually. And I am feeling better, but it has taken me out of my normal routine. I can't even go for walks. It has been so freaking frustrating. And it's really kind of it's reminded me how much movement helps me. So you may not be there yet. You might still be really new in your journey. And to you, it sounds like, the gnashing of teeth, like you have to do this workout and it's all this drudgery. Again, it comes down to your filter and to remembering that this is your life and this is your journey. And it's not always going to be, peanut butter cups and butterflies. Like there will be times where you have to do something you don't necessarily feel like. And that doesn't mean it's bad. I don't always feel like brushing my teeth. I don't always feel like unloading my dishwasher, but the show must go on. I do those things because I know that there's a benefit to it. And I have the same kind of mentality around my fitness in these weird, unclear, unmotivated, unexcited seasons. I just know it'll pass and I just have to show up and do it anyway. So showing up and doing it anyway has been getting on Zoom in the morning, because we've created that accountability. You're all welcome to join. If you need a different time, I am more than happy to help accommodate you, because I really do believe in the power of support and the power of community. I know that it took me from being a chronic quitter and stopping on my journey to I am going to show up because somebody else needs me to show up. And sometimes I need someone to show up for me, right? So if you take yourself out of it sometimes and you no longer overthink the fact that I have to do all these things, instead it's like, how can I help someone else get momentum today? How can I show up and just do the next right thing? It really does kind of remove some of the excess banter and chatter and all that stuff. So anyway, we still got on Zoom, and there's a handful of us, there's actually a large handful of us who've been dealing with some kind of injury or slump, and we've still been getting on Zoom in the morning. And that means like we get on, we say hi, and some of us meditate, some of us journal, some of us move. Today, I literally did 3 minutes of unorganized yoga. Like I just did whatever felt good on my mat, and I counted it as a win. I want you to collect your wins. You need to stop thinking it needs to look a certain way, that you have to get through your calendar, you have to get through a program in a certain amount of time. Yeah, that's ideal, and that would be great. And you following a program is going to get you closer to that next level version of you. It will give you results if you're pairing it with nutrition, but sometimes that's hard. And so I want you to give yourself the grace you need to be like, this is hard and I don't necessarily feel like it, but I'm still going to show up. I'm still going to hold space for myself in this pocket, and I'm going to do what I can. Okay. So Monday is coming. And I was planning on doing, Healthy Obsession. It's going to be over on Body, which if you're not sure what that is, we have BOD, which is Beachbody On Demand. and that's a streaming platform that has all of the old school programs, all the new programs. Like if you once upon a time you did 21 Day Fix, or you did P90X, or you did Body Beast or PiYo, that's BOD, okay? And then over here we have Body, which is Beachbody On Demand Interactive, and that has like live, you can actually sign up for classes, and so you get to be on the screen. Like you show up to the workout and you do it in real time with them. They save the workout, and then you can do the replay if you don't want to be on the live cast. But those are the two different things we have, right? They'll be merging this spring. So if you don't have Body now, you're going to want to get it. You're going to have to get it before March when that happens. But they have this thing called a Body block. So that means it's a 3-week program, and Autumn Calabrese is going to do the next one. She did 21 Day Fix, 80 Day Obsession, 9-week Control Freak. What else? Oh, I got to tell Christy about 4 weeks for everybody. I'll message her. If you're listening, you can just take note. It's a great program if you're just getting started and getting back into the swing of things. But anyway, focus, Sarah. So that's happening. It starts Monday. And I know there's a lot of you that are still working to finish 4 weeks for everybody. And so that's okay. You can start a healthy obsession, like, you know, in 1 week or 2 weeks. There's no deadline. It's just what's happening, what's new. So that was my plan. I was going to do that Monday. I am not in a place to do that. It's an hour workout. It is 3 weeks long. I need to know more details, but to be really honest, I have kind of checked out because my kid's been sick and Marshall's been gone, and insert all the excuses. But that's happening. That's starting Monday. I know there's a few of you that are planning on doing it. If you have not been like getting momentum with a program, this might be the perfect thing for you. I love that we're moving towards a 3-week program, 1 week rest. I think that that's a really valuable thing. So there's also spinning workouts if you want that over on Body. But anyway, so that's what's happening. My phone is ringing. I'm gonna have to talk to a child in a few minutes. But I just want to remind you, I don't have a plan for Monday. I know it's a fresh day one. I know I'm gonna show up. I know I'm just gonna move my body. I'm gonna continue to hold space for it. The moral of the story is it's okay if you don't really know what you want to do. It's okay if you're in a slump. It's okay if it feels harder than it used to. We don't need to compare ourselves. We don't need to bring judgment in. This is just where you're at right now. And you might hit your momentum in a week or 2 weeks or a month. The most important part is just not to quit, to do your next right thing, and to continue to show up and do what you can. Okay? Okay. My one win that I will share with you is I went back to Gut Protocol on Tuesday. I knew Halloween was going to be tricky, and it was, but I have been 100% on point with my nutrition, which for me is so hard. So I'm super proud of myself. I'm going to share that win with you guys. You can do it. You can do whatever it is you put your mind to. And it's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay if you don't watch all the videos. It's not 100%. It still adds up. You can still get momentum. You can still see changes. You can still get results. And it's still worth you doing every single day, even if it's imperfect and messy and you don't really feel like it. So today was a perfect, well, actually this whole last few weeks has been such an example of this is not about being motivated. This is about choosing momentum and just doing the next right thing, okay? So if you can work out, that's freaking amazing. If you need help choosing a program, please let me know. I have a $20 off coupon if you do want to upgrade. You want to get Body, you want to get a challenge pack, you want to get more Shakeology, use it or don't. I don't care. Most important thing to me is that you are proud of where you're at and that you choose to collect your wins, okay? So if you've been off kilter with that, Monday, tomorrow, you don't have to wait for Monday, but we're coming up on a Monday. I really want you to look at the stuff I share today for the 90-day agreement. And if you're not sure what the 90-day agreement is, I came up with it. It was the last, well, it's not just me, but it's the last 90 days of the year, which now we're at what, the last 60 days of the year? I think so. And it's just making a promise to yourself and then touching it every day without it being perfect, without saying, well, I messed up, so I have to go back to day one. This is not a 75-day hard challenge. This is something that matters to me. This is something I want to align in my life, and I'm going to touch it. And for some of you, it was giving up alcohol, and some of you, it was getting more sleep, and some of you, it was more play, or it was dating your husband. Some of you, it was nutrition, and it was drinking Shakeology, and it was moving your body, or it was meditation. I don't care what it is. That's for you. That is your decision, your commitment, your promise to yourself. But if you haven't been keeping it, I don't want you to feel guilt or shame. I just want you to revisit all the things I'm going to share today and start fresh. Write yourself a new letter. Like, dear me, I am proud that we have the next 60 days to do this one thing. And it's okay to make it super small. Like my promise is to drink water or whatever. My promise has been to meditate. And there's been weeks where I've meditated once, and there's been weeks where I've meditated like 8 times. Like I've had twofers, and that's awesome. It doesn't mean that I'm failing or winning. It just means this is my messy, imperfect journey, and I'm on it. So are you on it? Or are you making excuses? Life will never, ever be less busy. That is a lie we all tell ourselves when my kids are older, or when this happens, or when the holidays are over. No, it'll always be busy. You will always have things happening. There will never be this perfect alignment moment. You have to choose what actually matters to you and then take some action every single day. Even if you just barely dip your toe in and touch it, like my freaking 3 minutes of whatever that was, yoga, I touched my journey, and I still count that as big of a victory as showing up and doing a 45-minute lift more workout. I touched my journey. I kept my promise to myself, and that's what I want for you. Cool? Cool. Great chat. So if you need anything, let me know. If you need help picking a program, let's figure it out. You literally have so many options, and you don't even need my advice. You can just pull up Beachbody On Demand, scroll through, be like, this looks fun, do one workout. If they make you want to throw punch them, then you don't have to do it again. Maybe you'll love it, maybe you won't. There's always a modifier in all these programs. So no matter where you're at, you can do it. You can do it. Even if you have to march in place, it's just about you showed up and you won your day by choosing to take that freaking action, right? Right. Okay, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna make those resources. I'm gonna share them. I'm gonna catch up with my messages. I think my inbox is at 0. So if you haven't heard back from me, if you want my $20 off code, if you need help figuring something out, if your Shakeology recipe sucks ass, so you need help, please let me know. I'm not a mind reader, but I do want you to win. I want you to get momentum. And as your coach, I am an imperfect person in it to win it alongside you, okay?